May 30th here in southern Ontario, Canada. So I was just watching what's going on in Germany. Now, they're the fourth largest economy in the world. I didn't know that. I wouldn't have thought it was so. I knew they were a big player, but fourth? Well, apparently they are. They're the first biggest economy in Europe, in the EU nations. They have declared they're officially entering a recession after 2 dreadful quarters. What brought them to this state? Well, what they call demographics, which is a polite way of saying the migrant crisis. I'm not going to get into numbers and percentages and stuff. I've done that before in other videos in the past. That's not really the point. But yeah, too many. And they spent a lot of money on the energy transition. Yeah, the stuff that doesn't work. Wind turbines and solar panels. Then, okay, I gotta use funny words here for censorship. The ukuleles got into strife with the Ruskies, and NATO, which Germany's a NATO country. So, the long short of it is, their energy costs in Germany are twice that of the US. So, that's a crippling blow to anybody's economy to double your energy costs. Sorry, mosquitoes here. And not to mention to the peasants who have to heat their homes and put fuel in their automobiles. Yeah, okay. So, this is not a good thing for anybody globally. Europe's largest financial. Germany's going to be the worst of the G7 countries, actually, technically, now, financially. So, what brought a lot of this on was, again, the ukulele problem, because they couldn't get natural gas from the Ruskies. And so, yeah, okay. So, Joe Biden said he was going to turn the ruble, the Russian ruble, into rubble. And in fact, the exact opposite happened, because they just took the natural gas and shipped it to China and India, who were more than happy to have it. And so in the next video, I'm going to talk about the difference between liquid natural gas, LNG, and natural gas and electricity, and how this all comes to Canada, well as anywhere else. But I think I'll leave it at that. So the sanctions that NATO were going to crush the ruble into rubble, well, it crushed everything else except the ruble. Oh, and the Chinese yuan. And hey, India's doing well for it too, although I'm not going to point any fingers at them. They seem to be, they're a huge economy, huge consumer. They seem to be pretty neutral and just wisely profiting from all this. Hey, Europe doesn't want your Ruski natural gas? We'll take it. What are these politicians thinking? I mean, I got a grade 9 education. I could see this coming. I've talked about it in videos in the past. It's all coming to fruition. And of course, I'm not the only one. But what are they thinking? And meanwhile, the guy who's in charge of the ukuleles, he's as crooked as... boo. Oh, but our mainstream media tells it's the other guys who are bad. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Anyways, when I get the time, I'll get into that natural gas business, because it's important in Canada, especially with Danielle Smith in Alberta. Anyways, I'll be back.